Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the minute flips, or my stay-at-home dad and a part-time eBay reseller. And every 1Hub subscribers is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. Speaking of subscriber giveaways, got the 3,000 subscriber giveaway winnings going out. Pardon me for not remembering, but I will put it up in the video. I think it's Pocket Full of Lint. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think that was the name of your YouTube handle. They picked out this cool jewel pop with a rabbit and a heart. So it's like Easter, but Valentine's? I don't know. It's a rabbit. It's a bunny. And then they decided they wanted one of the holiday stickers and one of the oversized tip of the mitt flip stickers. So those are going out today. A little delayed, but everything I do at this point is a little delayed. Got 15 orders going out today, and then 3 that I had to pack up yesterday because they needed to be out yesterday. But Thea and Cadence were both homesick from school yesterday, and then Thea was homesick today. So I pulled and packed them so that eBay would think that they got sent out. And they'll go out today with the rest of the packages, and I am up against it because Jen just picked Thea up and I only got a couple hours till the post office closes. But I also have skipped, and I said I might do this, and I did. I skipped filming for about a week and a half at this point because I just really needed to put every moment I had into listing because, take kind of a peek, I am making, not really making a dent, but I am making progress on the boat parts. This one down here, got a bunch I'm working on upstairs. It's just so many items. It's not an issue, but here's the, I don't know, issue. There's so many items and there's so much good stuff. I have no clue which item ahead of time is a good thing. If you have 1,000 items and they're all completely different items, you could look across and go, okay, that's gonna sell, that's gonna sell. Let me cherry pick this item and cherry pick this item. They all look the same. You know, they all come in these types of packages. They all look the same. And I have no clue which boat part, which random part a person's gonna need today instead of 5 months from now. I'm just having to start at A and go through to Z and work as fast as possible. So I did take that time to list, and I might be a little more sporadic with videos, but I did have a giant backlog of videos and I ran out. My last video is going out today that I had available, so I needed more content, so here I am. Hello everybody, future Drew here. I know the videos have been very sporadic. It's whatever. I don't even want to go into it. I'm busy, sorry. But not too busy to let you know, 3,100 subscriber giveaway. If you'd like to get entered, like the video, be subscribed, and leave any comment in the comments. You will get entered into a drawing to win $10 towards anything in my store. Plus, you can pick any 2 tip of the mitt flips merch, which you got the, I think is the coolest thing ever, the holiday edition sticker, the classic sticker, the classic logo in a magnet, the shiny sticker, classic logo, or instead of 2 of any of the others, you can get 1 of the large shiny classic logo stickers if you would like that, instead of the others. So good luck to everyone out there. I'm trying to avoid this area over here. I got Christmas presents, and sometimes my kids actually do watch my videos, so I would hate to have that happen. Ruin Christmas. All right, so good luck to everybody out there. C2 is a lot of brass. It's candlesticks. It's a lot of brass. Candlesticks. It looks like there's a couple bells in there and a vase. After, you know, going through piles of brass, anything that was left just made a lot of. And for that one right there, accepted an offer, $19 plus shipping. Next up, I hate this one. B4 is a set of green glassware. They're glasses. Let me just grab one to show you, and then I'll grab the rest when I go to pack it. It's got like this lace on there. It is Federal Glass. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's the brand. I do remember that these came in a box, so I probably had the name of the brand and all that information when I listed it, but I made the decision immediately to ditch the box, not put it in the listing, even though it made them new. Didn't really matter. I got $21.59 plus shipping. I think that was in a 10% off sale because I didn't want to have to pack the box in with them, because in the box sitting at like a grocery store, I mean like a grocery store or whatever, Walmart. This has been pre-Walmart probably. Sitting on the shelf at a store. It doesn't matter that these are stacked in a box that's, you know, there's this one and then a sleeve of cardboard and then another one, and there's not really any protection. I have to pack it to make it somewhere through shipping. If I included the box, I would have had to put it in a very large box to pack the glasses separate from the box. There was no way to keep them in the box and pack it safely. So I just ditched the box, and I want to say I paid 25 cents for all of them. It's 8 glasses, but it might have been 50 cents. It was very little. That's the only reason I did it, because I got them last summer, maybe the summer before, but I got them after I decided to stop selling glassware, but it was because the price was so cheap. Looking back, still a mistake. Still shouldn't have done it. It's going to take way too long and way too much effort to pack those, even if I'm making $20. Does that matter? No, not at all. B3A is a Schleck Gorilla. When I repriced stuff, this was one of the smaller toys that made the cut. And I did end up reducing the price. And then I sent out an offer, $9.99, free shipping. I paid less than $1. I think that came in a Mikhail mystery box, but you know, quarter or something. I don't have, because I don't track all my purchases outside of, you know, if I go to a garage sale and I spend $105, I write down the date, the address, the most expensive thing I bought, and I write $105. You don't have to have a detailed ledger of every single item that you buy. That's not how it works when you do this kind of business. Talk to your own tax professional. Don't take my word for it. But that's not how I do it. Money in, money out. But I was trying to calculate my actual cost of goods average, because I compare myself, of course, to other resellers that I watch. The amount of dollars in my 90-day total that I bring in, it just doesn't seem to be on par with other sellers who are on like the same level of selling. And then it clicked. My cost of goods, my average cost of goods is below $1 because I've been listing so heavily. I'm up to 1,416 active listings. And if you include multi-quantity, I'm up to like 1,800 items in my store. Even with that many items, my cost of goods per item is less than $1 across the board. It might be less than 50 cents. That's something that I haven't calculated, and I can't at this point, but I never really put a lot of thought into it. And my cost of goods, I have to imagine, is lower than most. I think I have a very far below average cost of goods. It was a good thought experiment to go through, because I know there's a lot of people that get really lofty numbers, but they're paying up for stuff. I don't even have the ability to pay up for stuff. Not that I don't have the money, but things like online auctions. I tried it. I couldn't find a single thing that was worth me paying for the shipping to get it to me. If it was close and I could drive to the place to pick it up, yes, I would do it all day long. I don't live close to a big city where there's a lot of estate sales where you're gonna find high-end items where you're paying $100 for the item and you're getting a $150 return. That just doesn't happen. Estate sales in my area, I would say 75 to 90% of the time, furniture. It's usually somebody who's already retired, who's moving from this retirement home to it, not retirement home, but this retirement property to one of the other retirement properties, or they're sick of having one in Florida and one in Michigan, and they're selling the one in Michigan. It's never the true estate sale outside of the rare, and I mean very rare, once every couple of years, where the family farm gets sold and then there's 17 barns and it's a whole day of going through trash to find treasure, and which I'm not complaining. I love those. But my cost of goods is better than most, maybe better than everybody. Next up is a Jewel Pop B1 Murano glass. And this one is grape soda pop. I can never get a good picture of these, good angle, because it's kind of got like almost like a star pattern to it. Very cool looking. But these were the cheaper ones, the glass ones. $14.99, free shipping on that one. Next up, A2A is a pair is Spy brand goggles. There we go. And I actually had somebody purchase these and then immediately cancel them. And then they sold, I don't know, minutes later, hour later, to somebody else as soon as they got relisted. And I'm glad the person who originally purchased them canceled it, because they hadn't looked at the listing ahead of time and they were like, oh, this size doesn't fit me. Much better than them getting it, saying it doesn't fit, and returning it. $24.99 free shipping on those. I paid less than $1. Came in a Mikhail mystery box. These are actually new, and they came in a box, but the box was so trashed that I thought it would hurt the listing more than it would help it. Cost of goods, less than $1. Did I say $24.99 free shipping? I think I did. Next up, D3 is a Department 56 Heritage Village. And this one is like a bench and some trees or something, which I didn't think I had that many of these left. It is this one that's the sign. Just the picture on the box.
What's in the box?
Is just the sign, but the picture in the listing shows that it also has trees and a bench and a light. So a very deceptive sign right there. That I would never have bought. That came in a Mikhail mystery box. There was a whole bunch of them came in a Mikhail mystery box. $8.99 plus shipping. Village Pieces. Not Village People, Village Pieces, Christmas Village. There are super high end. There's also so much low end. You can't go in blind and buy them all. It will end up with a bunch of them at $8.99 plus shipping range, and that's not getting it done for you. But cost of goods, less than $1. With Village Pieces, and I don't want to say specifically Christmas, but the more niche it is, the better off you are. So if it's a restaurant, McDonald's, Starbucks, something like that, much better off. If it doesn't look generic, at the very least worth looking up. Some of the best ones, non-Christmas holiday ones. They do make, we have one ourselves, a big Halloween Village. They make Easter ones. The non-traditional, non-generic, if it looks interesting, if it doesn't look like just your run-of-the-mill Christmas stuff, definitely at the very least look it up. Next up, F4D is a boat doohickey 27883 blah blah blah. That's the one right there. And as you'll see, it's just a gasket. It's just a random gasket, and there are hundreds of things like this. $16.08 plus shipping. $16.08 plus shipping. That's what I'm saying. I had to make the decision to just pull off of everything else in my life and just start listing these boat parts, because this is a rough estimate, but 5% through, and this is how much inventory it is already. It's wild. I had estimated before that there's probably going to be about 2,000 SKU numbers. I think that's pretty accurate. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. But I think it's going to be above 1,000 SKU numbers, because I'm already at over 400, but probably close to 2,000. I think $10,000 is a low estimate. I think it's going to be a shocking amount. I'm not tracking the listed value. It's just another thing on my list, and I can't do it. I'm just tracking the sold listings, and we'll get a total on that today. And because I took time off, of course I was shipping and doing my job, so there are some that aren't accounted for in videos, but I still track them. Next up, it's a book. Samuel Shellabarger, Prince of Foxes is the name. And I just moved the books today, and I do remember seeing that one. I remember specifically reading the title on this one, so that's weird. Read it, moved the book, and it was already sold. For that $8.09 free shipping, of course, medium mail, cost of goods, $0. Next up, D5A is a vintage Jeep belt buckle. D5, sorry. Who am I apologizing to? Who am I apologizing to? All right, here we go. Very cool Jeep belt buckle from Indiana Metalcraft, 1979. So vintage for sure. Getting close to antique. For that right there, $22.49 free shipping. I got those in a lot of brass from my father. I don't have a clue how much I paid, but it was not a ton of money. Next up, B1A is a pair of men's Nike shoes right here. These look almost new. They're not, but they look very nice. For those, on sale, 10% off sale, $48.59 plus shipping. That's fantastic. I think my sister actually gave those to me, so that cost of goods, $0. But maybe I bought them at a Goodwill or Salvation Army, so cost of goods would have been somewhere between $4.99 and $6.99. And then if it was half off day, half off of that. I did say before that I was going to stop promoting across the board. I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm just not doing it anymore. More of a moral standing than a financial decision, but also because of listing things like this, where someone is not going to be convinced to buy part number 2719454. This is going to end up being most of my store. The largest quantity of my store is going to be boat parts, something that someone's going to type in a specific number and look for a specific item, and hopefully at the time mine will be the cheapest and they purchase it. So why would I promote any of that? So I'm just not doing it at all. I have one item in my whole store promoted right now. But the drawback of that has been my available offers to send out to watchers, buyers, whatever, that has dropped off significantly by a lot. by like a lot. But I'm not worried about it, because once the volume of that buy catches up, it'll all be a wash. And actually, and eventually, it will be a turn to the better. Next up, again, B1 Jewel Pop. Wish I would have left these off, but if I hadn't, then I'd be complaining the other way. And it is, oh, it's also a weird grape soda pop Murano glass jewel pop. And a task I will have to get to, oh, sorry, price, $19.99, free shipping, so that's actually full price. I've also reduced how often I've been doing my 10% off sales, because again, the majority of items in my store are eventually going to be those boat parts, and I'm already the cheapest. I don't need to be running 10% off sales on something where I'm already the cheapest. I'm not here to convince people to buy it. They need my item. I'm telling you guys, this is by far the best buy that I've had in my 6 years of reselling, because I think 6 years, that's an estimate, but I think 6 years where I'm at. But one of the things on my to-do list is I do want to figure out a way to reduce how many of these containers I'm using so that I can actually list one of these. If I remember correctly, they're about 40 bucks a pop. So I would like to get one of those listed now that they're not being fully utilized, and they're double decker. So I think I can handle figuring that out. Again, putting it at the bottom of the list without being able to cross something off the top, so who knows when that'll get done. Next up, F3A, a boat part. It is, I think, this one, 358533333T. It is an air filter, which I think, actually, remember right, all of these, nope, yes. The other ones are not in a bag like that, they're in a box, so either way. That's cool. For that right there, $8 plus shipping. And I don't know exactly, but I think I have already doubled my money on that buy. And while I'm thinking of it, huge shout out to RNG Games. Doesn't have anything to do with my content, but it's a channel that I enjoy and I've been following for a while. And he followed me back, watched some of my videos. So if you're watching, I do very much appreciate it. I think it's super cool that, you know, that when a channel you watch watches you back, it's a pretty cool thing. So I do appreciate that. If you are into cards, period, RNG Games, check it out. If you're into Pokemon and Magic, you probably already know who that is. But also, if you want to see some great content from start to, you know, fully functional brick and mortar, all the headaches that come with that, all the things where you go, ooh, maybe a brick and mortar is not a good idea for me. He's doing awesome. But if you want a glimpse at how that looks, because I know that's a lot of people's dream, to open a brick and mortar and have a storefront and all of that. And unless you're willing to do what he's doing, which is put in the hours, put in the work, put in the effort, blood, sweat, and tears, as they say, you have to be on that level. You have to be that type of person. You have to have a certain something in you to have a brick and mortar. It takes a lot. Even if you're not in the card game or the TCG card game realm, but you are interested in that brick and mortar building the business type of videos, go ahead and go check out his channel. It's pretty good stuff. Next up, it's the books. It is really cool ones. I love these. Sweet Pickles. The reason is because when I was a kid, I had, I think, the whole set. I think I had all of these. But my favorite thing to do, and I didn't remember this until I popped one of these open going, oh, wow, I remember these books, was just to open the front cover and run through this part and see the little faces and all their little word bubbles. And I think I did that more often than I actually read the books, is just open it to the front cover and read the different things. Yuck, 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 yuck. But yeah, these Sweet Pickles, you actually get decent money for the lot of 3, $15.99 free shipping. So if you have, you know, the complete set, I don't know, 40 books or something like that. That's decent money right there. Even individually, you can get $9.99 free shipping for. And then next up, B1A is a set of 5 Tupperware lids. I took a pretty significant offer on these. There hadn't been a lot of interest, and I am phasing out, not Tupperware completely. See, they're mismatched, but they're all the same size. $10 free shipping for those. I'm not phasing out Tupperware completely, but I'm being much more selective. Like I've said 100 times at this point, I'm more likely to pillage the lid off of one than I am to sell the whole container. And then last thing going out is a hat. It's a vintage herb lumber hat. And this was one of the ones where I said instead of pricing it because I was one of the only people with an herb lumber hat for sale, I priced it like this one and this one and this one against other hats that were in hunter orange. Now, I don't know if this is what happened, but my theory was that someone just wants a cheap orange hat. Because for those of you that don't know, when you are hunting, you have to wear something orange so that other hunters can't see you. But I think deer, like their color spectrum, doesn't pick it up. So you can be in full camo with a bright orange hat. It doesn't affect anything. So my theory, I can't prove that that's what happened, is that someone would be looking for a hunter orange hat and they just wanted the cheapest one. So for that right there, they sent me an offer of $5 free shipping. I had it listed $9.99. I countered $9.49 free shipping and they accepted it. So just because someone sends you an offer does not mean that the negotiations are over or they'll never come back. That is a risk reward, but $5 free shipping was never going to happen. So I was like, $9.99 is kind of the lowest I want to go on a hat, period. I'd rather not sell it and get $1 in a garage sale because I don't have to deal with shipping and fees and all that. It's probably about the same amount of money. So $9.49 and they bit. So let's get a new total on the boat parts. So the new total, not yet to a double up, but very close. $566.50. I paid $580 for everything. What is that? So that's $1,400 and why is my brain not working? $1,146.50 in boat part sales already. That's, I mean, come on, people. That's just so good. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other. Just really neat. Hey, little Jeep. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let go. I'm good at this.